Okay, welcome to Monday, November 2nd, daily instructional video. Today in your warm-up, you're going to practice doing a star prompt. So looking at this prompt sheet, where is the prompt or what is the prompt? Write that down. You can go to your Google form, you'll fill this out, and then write a thesis statement responding to the prompt. After you completed your warm-up, we're going to do a thesis statement practice. You're going to create a thesis statement. We're going to talk about a helps chart and topic sentence. Okay, so for our warm-up, after you've done this, I just want to go over some things to think about when you're looking at your star prompt, because I know it's probably been a while since you've seen one of these. There's 3 sections to it. There's a read, think, and write. All right, so with the read and think, these are meant to be kind of get your brain going, kind of connect to the prompt. They help you generate ideas, and you can see this tells you to read and this is telling you to think. These are not what you write about. Can you use this in your writing? Absolutely. The read usually has some kind of quote or something thoughtful to be thinking about, which is great for using maybe for your conclusions or even as a hook is a possibility. Just be careful though, if you do use it for a hook, how there's so many students in the state of Texas that are probably doing the same thing, and you always want your essay to stand out and not blend in. Be careful with the think statement. Can failure make you stronger? So while this think statement kind of does tie to the prompt, other times it's not exactly close. It ties to it, but not enough. And it can actually lead you to write off topic. So be careful. Even though this is a question, this is not what you're writing about exactly. This is what you're asked to write about. Explaining whether failure can strengthen a person. And since this is a whether question, which we'll get into what that means, that's asking you to basically pick a side. Can it or can it not to help a person? The first thing you should always do is go highlight or underline the thesis statement whenever you see your prompt, just to make sure you're focused and writing on what you're supposed to be writing. So to decode the prompt, we'll underline or circle the prompt so we know where it is and what it's asking us. And our topic is whether failure can strengthen a person. So we have to determine what are we going to talk about. It can or cannot strengthen a person. And we take some time to brainstorm all the concepts there of where it would strengthen or where it wouldn't strengthen a person. So once we've then brainstormed and we know what we want to write about, we're going to generate a thesis statement. And remember, the thesis statement has 2 parts. It's going to take the prompt and put it into a statement, and then it's going to list 2 reasons for their answer. Okay. So expository essays will always ask you to explain something, but what you should explain will be different. You may be asked to explain how, why, or whether. So look at these examples. These are all the same prompt, just asked in different ways. So that means it has a different expectation of writing. Write an essay explaining how failure can strengthen a person. Write an essay explaining why failure strengthens a person. And write an essay explaining whether failure can strengthen a person. So as you can see, those would actually have very different answers. So make sure you pay attention. If you have a question that starts with explain how, you're going to follow that with your statement, your answer with the word by, and then state your 2 reasons. If it asks why, you're going to follow your answer with the because and give your 2 reasons. And then if it says whether, you're going to choose a side and then give your 2 reasons. Okay, so go to Google Classroom, and you'll have your worksheet like this as thesis practice. I've already done this with you. I'm just going to verbally go through it, and then we're going to do the we do. So write an essay explaining whether failure can strengthen a person. So we're going to restate the prompt. Failure can or cannot strengthen a person. And we're going to give 2 reasons. Because they can learn from their mistakes and failures reveal one's abilities. So this would be body paragraph number 1. This one would be body paragraph number 2. Or we could say failure cannot strengthen a person Too many mistakes makes a person want to give up. That's body paragraph 1. And it discourages people from trying new things. That's body paragraph number 2. Okay, let's do this one together. Write an essay explaining why it's important to be nice. Notice we highlight or circle the prompt, make sure we're writing what the prompt is asking us to write about. And then we'll go back and look at the read and the think and see if there's anything to help us. We're going to restate the prompt. It's important to be honest, and we're going to follow that with our 2 reasons. We're going to say because and give our 2 reasons. Because it's important to develop a trust with people, because it's important to have a good character. There's so many reasons you could put here as long as you have examples to support it and back it up. So what I'd like for you to do next is on your worksheet here, you have 4 thesis statements to do on your own. And so write an essay explaining whether money can buy happiness. So we would restate the prompt. It can or cannot buy happiness. And the conjunction we would be using, because it's a whether question, we're going to use because. The next one, people overcome adversity to find success, and it's asking us how. So we need to follow that with a by, and then give our 2 reasons. The next 2 are asking us why. So we're just going to restate the prompt. Technology is important to teenagers and follow the connection with the conjunction because. And same thing for the last one. It's important to live for today because, and then give our 2 reasons. All right, you're going to go to create a thesis for your essay. And this is on your planning sheet. So if you go to Google Classroom, and here is an expository essay planning sheet. And you have in the assignment, there's 2 pages. This one is for creating a thesis. And then this is for doing the T-chart for your 2 body paragraphs. So this is all part of the planning process that needs to be completed. Let's see. So you're going to first look at your prompt that you're going to be writing about, which is our essential question. How can words inspire change? And then give your 2 reasons. And then you'll restate the prompt. Words can inspire change by, we'll put that there, and then give your action 1 and your action 2 words. And then take it and put it all together in this box. Helps is a way to remember how you can find or where you can find examples to support your answer. So we're going to be focusing on historical figures or historical events. We're going to focus maybe on entertainment. We might pull some movies or video games or technology or music. And then we're going to focus on actors, musicians, authors, athletes, scientists. So think about those things that could help support your answer. I'm going to pause for a second to make you think. Okay, I'm just going to rechange that a little bit. Now thinking about it, I want us actually to work on just history, which would be historical figures or events, literature, and people. And so when we think about our unit, we can think of people like Martin Luther King. You might think about literature, Señor Noboa. There's other pieces of literature that is in the section that we've discussed. Letters to Birmingham. You can find any other piece that might possibly help you write your essay. So think about pieces that we can read in our Moving Towards Justice unit, or fill out a helps chart with your partner. Of course, you'll be doing it independently, remote students. Remember, you need at least 2 topics that you need to use in your body paragraphs. You'll think of as many as you can. You might think, like, of course, with literature, we could do Martin Luther King's Dream Speech. For history, you could do a lot of historical figures like JFK. You can even think of some more current historical figures like Malala could be a good one. Um, uh, There's so many people. Think of people who've given speeches that have their words have inspired some type of change, or some historical event that words have inspired change. Abraham Lincoln. Think of other pieces of literature. It doesn't have to be just this year, but other pieces of literature that maybe you've read in the past, and make your helps chart. So once you've done that, and you've probably got narrowed down who your examples or who or what your examples will be to support your answers in your thesis statement, then you need to do your T chart. So that worksheet would be with the essay planning. Go back here. This will be page 2 of this worksheet, where you have your T charts here. So you have your concrete details for your first body paragraph, and then your commentary, and then same thing for your second body paragraph and your commentary. Notice we'll have 2 concrete detail sentences in each body paragraph and only 1 commentary. Make sure you write a clear topic sentence of what that topic of that paragraph is about. Also, once you've done your T charts and you can decide which paragraph you feel like is the strongest, go ahead and then number it up here. Body paragraph number 1 might be your strongest. This one actually could be your strongest, so you would need to put body paragraph number 1 or body paragraph number 2. It just determines on how strong you think your writing is. Okay. So I know it says body paragraph 1 and 2, but I'm giving you the option to choose which one you think is your strongest. Remember, your strongest one, you want it to be your second body paragraph because you want to end strong. Okay, and that's really all we're doing today in class. So please let me know if you have any questions. Please make sure you're doing your work a little bit each day, as we will Friday. This will all be for a test grade on the very last day when you do your final draft. So make sure you're doing it each bit at a time, and so that you can get your grade for doing your work as well. If you have any questions, make sure to join my Google Meet on Wednesday. If you would like to talk to me sooner on the one-on-one, make sure you can email me and set up a conference. And that's it. You all have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.